You shouldn't have carried it all at once.
I got it.
Take more than one trip.
I got it. See? No problem.
And how's your back?
Oh, it's out in the hall there someplace. I'll go get it in a minute.
You do too much, Red. Who are you trying to impress? Me?
Did it work?
Ha!
Oh, well. Used to impress you.
When?
Back in the day. Back when we were married.
It didn't impress me. I just knew you were trying to impress me and I didn't want to disappoint you.
I got it. Same way with me in a new dress.
Oh, you got a new dress?
Funny, but no. Every time you asked me if I liked a new dress or a blouse or a coat or whatever, I always said yes, even though the depth of my indifference could not be measured with existing instruments.
Really?
Yep. I knew the question wasn't a solicitation of an opinion. It was just a request for reassurance.
And this went for everything?
You bet.
New blouse, new shoes?
Check and double check.
What about a new bra?
Well, that was slightly different because I always assumed showing off a new bra was just an invitation for me to cross the room and remove it.
Well, you got me there, Haas. Plus, I don't ever remember showing you lingerie and asking for an opinion.
Well, pity. Maybe if you'd had, we'd still be married.
You think?
Nah, not really. I can't for the life of me remember why we split up, but I know it wasn't the sex.
That's true. Speaking of,
What?
the splendid four-poster you're currently collapsed on appears to be the only bed in our room.
Oh, what will the ladies at church think?
That we're sleeping together.
One bed, one room. I think we are sleeping together.
But just sleeping in the bed, right? I mean, nothing else.
You asking for something else?
No. Decidedly no.
Good. Because I'm not sure I could manage with my back slumped out in the hall like a panhandler.
So, you're okay with it?
Oh, sure.
Really?
Junebug, what's going on?
What?
We've been on this trip to the far-flung reaches of Europe together for almost a week.
Paris, Berlin, and Amsterdam hardly qualify as the far-flung reaches of Europe.
And the whole time you've been on edge. Like you were waiting to break up with me, which is silly because we already broke up years ago.
I know, but,
What is it?
well, don't you think it's weird?
What's weird?
We broke up, but we still vacation together, we hang together, the darts league.
Don't talk about the darts league. I came to Amsterdam to forget the darts league.
We've only been in Amsterdam 45 minutes.
And it was working until you brought it up.
But don't you think it's weird?
Of course I think it's weird.
You do?
Of course. We dated, we married, we even joined that swingers club for a while.
Lord.
I know. And now we're this weird friend marriage thing.
So you do think it's weird?
We're past that, Sancho. Of course I think it's weird. But it works.
It does?
Don't you think so? Right. Sit.
What?
Sit on the bed next to me. We're going to talk.
We are.
Something's up with you, and we're going to talk about it right now. You got that, sister?
All right.
Okay. You start.
With what?
What do you think, genius?
Oh, right. I think,
Come on. You can do it.
oh heck. I can't sleep in the same bed with you. There.
Junebug,
Yes.
this will be our 6th night on this trip, and you've slept in the same bed with me 4 of those nights.
So?
Please don't make me explain the incongruity. Something's up. Something has changed. Something has been altered in our relationship, our long-standing 30-year
You're
relationship.
being redundant.
Don't interrupt. This alteration in you has become intolerable, so I'm calling things to a head.
A head.
A head, yes. I want you to take the contents of your head and place a copy of it into my head, verbally. Now, please.
You snuck a cocktail downstairs, didn't you?
2 of them. And don't change the subject. Dear heart, you've been my crush, my girlfriend, my wife, my estranged wife, my ex-wife, and now my traveling/movie night/darts partner since Hillbilly McDroppants was president.
I am not your darts partner. I play 2 leagues above you.
Don't rub it in, and don't change the subject. Something's changed, and it's not that we're sharing a bed, because that's not an actual change. So if you would, madam, kindly answer the question.
The question?
To wit, what's up?
Oh, that question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't sleep with you anymore.
I see. Breath or farts? I only ask because the remedies are different.
Neither. I just can't, okay?
No, not okay. Have I not been a perfect gentleman on this trip?
You have, except for those sleep shorts with the elephants on the front.
So what is it? I mean, something changed. Something's been off about you this whole trip, and I think, okay, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think you want to tell me what it is.
Fine. Fine. Okay. Red,
Yes?
I found someone.
Someone who was lost?
No, dummy, not someone who was lost. Someone who wants me to be with him. Someone who asked me to marry him.
Well, that's great. Well, geez, why didn't you tell me? This is awesome. We're in Amsterdam. That's like Las Vegas for repressed Nordic people. Oh, this will be like your bachelorette party. Hey, we'll hit a couple of coffee houses and then a club or two, and then we'll toast the dawn over the Grand Canal.
And they don't really have a Grand Canal here. That's in Venice.
Then we'll fly to Venice and toast the dawn there. Pack your bags, sweetie. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Red, calm down.
Can't. My best friend's getting married. My
Red.
best friend's getting married. When's the wedding? Can I be best man? Ooh, I know. I want to be your matron of honor. A hideous dress with this beard, sandals for shoes. I'll sing to dream the impossible dream.
Red.
You're upset. What? What is it? What's wrong?
It's probably nothing.
The way you say that makes me feel like catastrophe's coming.
No, not catastrophe, I think.
All right, now you're scaring me.
Well, I'm scaring me too. Look, I wanted to tell you about Brian since Paris. I just couldn't.
Brian? I don't know any Brian.
I know.
Wait a minute. How the heck did you manage to carry on a relationship with the guy? A relationship that got to the proposal stage and I still haven't met him.
We met at the dentist. I was getting a bridge. He was there for a root canal. You hate the dentist. You never wanted to go with me.
Oh.
Well, we got to talking in the waiting room, and then we had appointments on the same day next week, or so I thought. Brian admitted to me that after that he begged the receptionist to change his appointment to coincide with mine.
Sounds, stalkerish.
I know. I shouldn't have reciprocated, but
No. Okay. So, you're engaged to a stranger named Brian.
he's not a stranger to me.
We're not talking about you right now, Cupcake. Again, why haven't you introduced him to me?
Because, I'm... Don't take this the wrong way.
Don't lead in with that statement, and I won't.
But you're very hard to explain. I mean, this relationship we have, this extended non-marriage friendship thing without sex, but with all the arguing and sunset gazing together, it's impossible to put into words. I mean, we are literally like an old married couple, even though we're actually an old unmarried couple. I mean, it's weird.
Why? People do it all the time.
Like who?
Well, okay, Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart, Meg and Jack White.
They're rock stars? I mean, I'm a bank teller and you teach middle school history.
And we're not entitled to a rock star lifestyle.
Not in my tax bracket.
Oh, I don't know. I can't afford private jets or Christmas in Aspen, but I think I can afford you.
Well, that's just the thing. I don't think I can afford you anymore.
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm not sure this is permanent, this thing we have.
It's the most permanent thing in my life, and I still have my turntable from college.
I really like this guy, Red, and I like you. Oh, scratch that. I love you, but, I mean, how? How can there be room? I'm terrified there won't be room for it all, and something's gonna get left out. I mean, you know why our marriage didn't work, right?
Honest and for true, I don't.
Well, it's because I felt myself getting lost in you. I loved you. Jesus, I did, but I felt myself slipping away, like becoming this person who only thought of the dinner we could have that night or dog earring catalogs with birthday present ideas. I mean, I could have done the whole Stepford wife thing, body and soul. Whole hog, Betty Crocker. And I was terrified that I'd turn around one day and I'd discover that the quicksand was over my head. I mean, you know I go all in on things, right?
The 14 rescue cats in your two-bedroom apartment does suggest that, yes.
There's only 5. And I was going all in on you. There might even have been kids.
A daughter with your looks.
And a son with your charm. It would have been something, but I had 3, 4 friends that all tried that route, and it ended in disaster for all of them. I mean, the poor saps they married never knew what hit them. And then when we divorced, everything changed. I started writing again. I completely changed my wardrobe. I got my master's degree online.
I still don't understand that one. Military history?
The chaos of battle compels me.
Okay, right. So, I was too much for you.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Nope, that's what I heard, so that's what I choose to remember. I was too much and you pulled the plug.
Wait a minute.
Now, what about this Brian? How do you know the same trap doesn't await you with him?
Oh, losing your identity to a relationship is definitely a 20s thing. I mean, I'm way past that now.
No fear?
No fear. He has his life, I have mine. And at least from the outside, they look like adjoining puzzle pieces.
Okay. I approve.
Never asked for that.
Tough, you got it anyway. Which brings us to the real question of the evening.
Well, that wasn't the real question.
Nope. The real question is, why haven't I met him?
Well, I told you, you're hard to explain.
Agreed, but you haven't given the guy a chance to understand us, which suggests you're afraid he won't.
Won't what?
Won't understand us. Accept us. Agree to my presence at Thanksgiving dinner and darts night.
Oh, he plays a league above me.
Ugh, I hate him already. Point stands. You're afraid.
Well, that much I assumed was obvious.
And it's baseless.
It is?
It is without base, yes. You're afraid he won't like me and you'll have to choose between us, and because you're currently married to him, you'll have to choose him.
I guess it's like that, if you want to be all simplistic and accurate.
Fear not.
What?
Fear not, young maiden. I have good news.
Okay.
I am eminently likable.
You're what?
I'm eminently likable. I'll take this Brian character out fishing or to a bar, or what does he do to relax anyway?
He paints miniature Warhammer figures.
Okay, we'll find something new together. Point is, I'll take him out, he'll fall in love with me, and I'll become the weird uncle to your many children.
Little ripe for that, babe.
Corgi dogs, then. Point is, Brian will love me, we'll hang together, have dinner, then I'll make a discreet exit so you two can do whatever perverted, disgusting things married people do.
Red, please. It's not that. I'm sure you and Brian will get along fine. It's just,
What?
What if I don't need you anymore? What if I don't miss the sound of your laughter or your stupid jokes? I mean, what if you're not there to kill spiders for me?
I've never killed a spider for you.
Yeah, but I often imagined that you would. I mean, it seems like such a small thing, but my point is, I like the way things are, and I like Brian. No, I love him, and I love you. But you're sensitive, and if I stopped needing you the way I do now, you'd notice, and I don't know what we would do, but it'd be awful.
You know what, Sancho?
What?
All this is pretty simple. You hate change.
Well, that's true.
And you don't want to lose what you have just because you want something different.
I guess.
So it's really obvious what we do.
Well, what is it? Fine, genius, tell me what to do.
You're not going to like it.
I don't really like any of this, so I feel like I can't lose. Just give. What do I do?
Give up.
What?
Give up. Let whatever comes next come next. We won't be what we were. We'll become something different, but that's what we've always done, Sancho. How is this any different? I'll go on being your rakish, charming BFF, and you'll still get to marry a grown man who plays with dolls.
He paints figurines.
The distinction is unimportant. What's important is that you'll have your cake and eat it too. You'll have both of us, and it won't be like it is now. It'll be different, but that's okay.
You're being disturbingly okay about this.
I'm sliding into your good graces so this no bed sharing thing doesn't lead to me sleeping on the floor.
You'd really share me? Like, you'd really do that?
I really would.
Oh, fine. One more thing.
Yeah?
Brian is Canadian. He's from Winnipeg.
Sell the rings, the wedding's off.
Oh, that's what I thought you'd say. But you don't have the right to make that decision.
I do so.
On what grounds?
Don't you remember? I'm your matron of honor.
Isn't that my decision?
Okay, fine. Let me sleep in the bed and I'll leave it up to you.
Deal. You'd really wear a dress to my wedding?
Honey, I'd rock a dress at your wedding.